This video will talk about the development plan, and it'll explain some ways which you can use it. So, the development plan. What is it? It's a tool for understanding your study. So we want to be able to know what comprises the course, what units are in it, and how to progress through it. We want to also be able to take account for any RPL or credit that we have or will seek. We want to be able to record the progress. So as we move through the course, we want our scheduled dates to be able to adjust so we can have a more up-to-date plan. We want to be able to apply for more units, so units are released in blocks as you progress through the course, and we want you to be able to know which units you're up for next, and we want to be able to see that you understand that and that we can release units quickly and efficiently for you. So basically the development plan is a place where you can get an overall plan and schedule so that you can complete your units and your assignments in time. And also there are skills assessments, as you'll be aware of, that you will need to attend at Mount Druitt, and the application processes is changed with this version of the development plan, so this should be a bit more new and more efficient. What is it not? Well, it's not a tool for procrastinating. You can sit and play with a colourful spreadsheet till the cows come home, but it won't get you through the course. It's a tool to help you. It's not a fantasy for finishing, if I've got the dates in there, it means I can finish. No, you've still got to do the actual work. And in the previous video, on the overview video, we've discussed the difference between your training plan and the calendar. The calendar and the training plan are linked together. The training plan is available to Cert 2 students, Cert 3 students and Diploma students if you're not an apprentice or trainee. The calendar, however, is available to all students in these mainstream courses. It's just that you won't be able to see the training plan that it's the dates are derived from. So this development plan closely matches the dates generated in the training plans in the calendar, but it won't exactly match. So it'll approximate the dates, but the advantage of this training plan is that you can adjust it for yourself, and anytime you want you can go into it, change the today's date, as we'll see later, and it'll update your progress in the time you have left to finish based on the information you put into it. Is it important to monitor my progress? Well, very important. You must complete your course within your enrollment period. Okay, that is very important. If you do not progress, show continual participation, you could be withdrawn from your course if you do not show regular progress and participation. So what that means is submitting assignments. So you've got to continually be working. So let's look a little bit further into this. The aim. What's the aim of the development plan? Firstly, it shows you a list of units. It shows you which units have a theory test. It shows you which units have a skills session. It's personalized by you, and it, like was mentioned before, it allows your credit to be recorded, your progress to be recorded, and it will update and provide a schedule for you based on those parameters. It will give you an estimated due dates for the LAs and units. Now, what's an LA? An LA is a learning activity, i.e. assignment, project, theory test, or skills assessment. And these due dates shows how to complete the course in the time available. So input, what do we need to know? Obviously you need to identify it for yourself. It's personal, so your name, your TAFE ID, today's date, your enrollment date, your enrollment expiry date, any RPL or credit for the units that you will have or will seek, any units that you have completed, any units that you've completed, but you may have completed all assignments, but perhaps you haven't done the theory test, the skills session, or for the E1OA unit, the risk assessment. Now, just remembering that all these units are in the UEE 11 training package, and all the prefix is UEE NEE, and then the last 5 characters could be E101A, D101A, G101A, etc, etc. So I tend to just refer to the last 5 characters. Output. So what happens when you put it all in? Well, it shows you unit code and title, it shows sequence and by block and point value and core elective unit, just like the student pathway does. Nothing special there. Let's just scroll up the page a little bit. However, whereas the student pathway will show the content of the course, this one also provides a unit start date, a scheduled one anyway, due dates for your learning activities, due dates for your theory test, due dates for your skills session, and expected durations for each of your skills sessions. The development plan also gives a sum of points by core or elective group, sum of units by core elective group, so you can easily identify if where your RPL credit sits, the sum of LAs, the sum of theory tests, the sum of skill sessions, the sum of days required for skill sessions, the sum of units completed, the sum of units partially completed, and it will estimate the next block that you will attend given the dates that you enrolled and the date that you enter today's date as. It'll also look at the unit code and the LAs in red, so it'll adjust, as we'll see very shortly, and the unit codes and LAs in black when completed. Okay, you only need basic spreadsheet skills to use this, but you do need Microsoft Excel. It may work with numbers or with OpenOffice or another spreadsheet program, but our experience is it will not function probably as well. A lot of the formulas sometimes have different minor things which will not make it work as well, and there's a lot of formatting which is very unlikely to work in the other programs. Just note that this is only to be used for current electric technology students of TAFE Digital. Okay, we're not making this publicly available. Okay, so what else do we have to say? So this is going to be found on the OLS, where you probably found this video, under course overview, development plan for the electronics course, for the career start course, the Cert 3 electrician course, and the diploma of electrical engineering course. You may be able to use your desktop computer, your notebook, or I'm not sure about a tablet, so let us know how you go with the tablet. It's not recommended on a phone. May work, there are some apps you can get, Excel app or whatever on your phone. It's not recommended. Zoom sheet to suit you. Okay, so let's have a look. I've got a little zoom thing here which you hopefully can see. However, if now you look at the text, it's a bit hard to read, but if we come down to the bottom right corner of the sheet, we see there is a zoom function here. There's a minus, a slider, and a positive, and I guess it's set at 100% at the moment. If I click the positive function, you'll see that the screen is increasing, and I can also drag the slider to the left if that's too big. It's gone too small again, so I'll just reset it to 100. So your screen, your resolution, your type of computer, you'll need to adjust, and it's the same true with the rest of the development plan as you progress. Okay, why we like it? Well, we can see that you are active in monitoring your progress. That's very important, because as you know, you may get withdrawn if you do not progress. Also, it's good for us if you complete the course, and good for you. Hopefully you've enrolled in the course for a reason, and we want you to follow through with your intention. And by doing this, we know that you know which units you have to do, and that's more important than you think. And by when. And when you apply for more units, we can see your progress. It's very easy for us, and hopefully as you start to use this tool, it should be easy for you. And you'll be able to be ready for your next block of units, as into applying for units, and you'll be able to tell which units you're applying for credit for. So we're not going to put you in a unit that you've already done somewhere else, or maybe at TAFE Digital elsewhere. Hi engineering, can I apply for more units? Yes, you can. And with this version of the development plan, you can also apply for the next skills block. When you've completed all the necessary things, you save the appropriate naming convention, you email in to us at Engineering Services, you identify yourself in the subject line, and you state your request for more units. Get more units please, and it works like that. Now if you haven't done the D101 unit yet, it's very clear about methods of saving documents using a naming convention. We recommend something like your TAFE ID, your first name, your surname, and the title of it. So if you're sending in the development plan for a unit request, that's how you would, with the date in reverse order, so year, 08 for month and 14 for day. And if you're sending it in possibly for the skills block, you just put skills block application in the same format. So that's TAFE ID, first name, surname, title, year, month, date. And the reason for doing the date in that fashion is because under your system, if you're organizing it in a logical fashion, the files should sort very easily there. Okay, well I think I might stop the video here at this point because it's starting to get a bit long, so we'll just pause there.